The following story is an original story that I am writing. And as I make this, I am documenting my story. Please do not steal, because I will publish this eventually. The Stellar War by me, Jacqueline R. Clancy. Prologue. My father once told me that my future was in my hands, that all I needed to do was reach for it, and the future was mine to play with. But that was a load of garbage. He was a man who built his livelihood with his own two hands. How childish. Not everything is handled with grit and determination. Men who bash their head against a stone wall to get things done have in the history of the world only led to misery and bloodshed. And for what? A parcel of land and a head full of resources that their people were exploited for. Here we are again, at war for land that no one really needs. But the rich and the powerful have decided that my life is needed for the meat grinder, for a couple of drops of water and a pound of moon dust. To you or me, this is worthless, but for our governments, this is a battle for our time. The age of nuclear deterrence is over. After all, why use a weapon that can ruin the land that you want to invade when a rod of tungsten will bring you glory and land for free? The peace-loving people of the world thought that the destruction of the last nukes were going to usher in an era of cooperation and peace, but it only guaranteed new and fancier ways to murder each other. My name is John Paul Lawson. I am the first officer on the UNSS Mandela. I was drafted into this war. I was a scientist before this all started. I worked on Robbie maintenance down in Streeterville, Illinois, in the North American province. If you've seen one Robbie, you've seen them all. A typical worker whose whole purpose is to remind us breathers that our whole purpose is to take up space and to breed for land and empire. My ship counselor told me that these journals are good to keep in times of war to help people cope with what is happening. Its logic is sound, but I'm not sure that this cookie-cutter approach to my mental health is going to help. After all, it is just a typical Robbie telling me how I could cope. How could it ever understand what it is like to see people drifting away into the deep dark due to your orders? Every night the nightmares are the same. A ship like mine firing on us, an explosion, and my vision clouding as I gasp for air as I fade into the deep dark. My father loved to grow things, and I always told him that a Robbie could do it for him, but he always insisted that he would rather do the job himself. I miss that son of a bitch. There was never a problem that hard work and his fuck you, I'll do it myself attitude couldn't handle. I could use that line of thinking right about now. Alright, so that was the prologue for this story. Next time I upload one of these, it will be the entirety of chapter 1. But I did want to go ahead and start sharing the story as I write it. And hopefully no one steals it, but if you do, at least make it good, okay? Anyway, if you like this story, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell, and I will see you all next time. Peace.